start of our training today is really highlight some of those really important points. Talk about the changes, talk about really how this car has evolved. And one of the first places we're going to look as we like to start our product presentations is at the single frame grille. Now, when it came to the design philosophy on this particular vehicle, the all-new Q3, it's much taller. So the idea was, whether you were 30 feet away or 300 feet away, the very distinct, much more robust, much more pronounced grille would be easily identifiable as a Q3. Not only as an Audi SUV, but as the particular model that we see here. You'll also see, excuse me, not so good for video, but you will see here, even the trunk has now some small curvature to it in order to increase the overall height of it. And you had mentioned, Chantel had mentioned, right, that larger, robust, more off-road look. Well, this is where it comes from. Now, this is a nice one as well. Another nice point. Standard, any level, any trim, LED headlights. So if you are new, someone is new to Audi, someone is interested in Audi, well, we're the light and sight people, and we have been for quite some time. So it's very nice to be able to offer potential customers or even people who are moving from an older Q3 into the new one to have the signature LED as headlights as well as the DRL design. So that's where our design will start. And I'm going to have you guys move around to the side because one of the big things is the car has gotten much larger, longer, taller, and wider. Well, how does that affect us? Well, definitely adds more space. Where are the biggest gains? Overall length, 97 millimeters. So about 10 centimeters. Yeah, that's pretty substantial for an A-segment SUV. Also, another big one is wheelbase. So 77 millimeters, so almost 8 centimeters extended wheelbase. Where do we see the really big benefit of this? In the rear seat. So we've always had comfortable front seats. We have more headroom, we have more shoulder room in the front, but it's really that rear leg space that we see so beneficial to us as far as anyone, whether it be cargo or whether it actually be seating passengers back there. Another interesting one is the actual wheel well is 25 millimeters or 2.5 centimeters larger. That gives us more options as far as what kind of tires we can put on. And we can go up to a 20-inch rim, which we have here. Start at 18s, 19s, and work our way up. We've obviously fully equipped these cars because we want to try to show off to you everything that is available. So let's come to the rear seat. And this is where we feel our customers are going to be most impressed. So I'll just put my phone on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure, now I'm 6'2"-ish.
6'2" or 6'2"-ish?
Well, I'm like 6'1 3/4. I always wanted to be 6'2", so we'll round it up. So we're sitting here, right? I still have knee space, right? Still comfortable, lots of headroom. So that being said, let me jump in the back. And if I go here, and I have not preset these, pretty good. I have the option of coming all the way up if I wanted more cargo space. Obviously, I'm not going to sit like this, but extend it all the way back. There is a generous amount of space here for me. Also, with this small loop tab, we have 7 different adjustable settings for the incline or decline. So obviously the very first one is very abrupt, more to prioritize the cargo space, but I could go as far back as here or almost any point in between. So a lot of flexibility and variability. In fact, I can work my way all the way behind the C-pillar, which is very nice. So this should offer up a lot of versatility and flexibility that possibly the Q3 didn't have for our customers previously. If we walk around to the back and have a look, once again, we like to use a lot of horizontal lines in our SUVs. What does it do? Oh, in all our cars actually. It makes it look wider, gives it that proper stance, right? Once again, muscular, and we'll talk about the Quattro blisters in a second. Tow capacity, 1,500, so probably about 1,500 pounds. So we're at a couple Sea-Doos, right? Some recreational type sporting tow capacity, or even your bicycle attachments from Audi Genuine Accessories. Standard LED taillights. Excellent. So this vehicle will be fully equipped with our LED lighting technology. As I open up the rear, we can see pretty generous cargo space. Well, this cargo space versus the last one is really nice because there's additional versatility to it. As I open the cargo floor, you'll see, hey, that's where the parcel shelf went. So it actually fits under the cargo floor now. So what I want to do for you is we'll put this in because we're gonna go shopping. I don't want anyone to see what I have in here. So let me just fix this. And once again, like all of our parcel shelves, very easy, to install. Nice little loops. There we go. So now that I'm going to use the parcel shelf, I can say, hey, I actually have some extra space here. So why don't I drop the cargo floor, there we go, and to give myself an extra couple inches. So it'll actually drop almost 1.5 inches when I'm not storing the parcel shelf. So some additional versatility for this vehicle. Now, standard 40-20, 40 split, as we do like to offer in all our vehicles. There are some additional plastic panels that will fit on either the right or left side, just to give you some possible protection if you were storing like some bottles, coolant, whatever that is.
A set of golf clubs.
Set of golf clubs, right? You can take those out to allow that,
Yep.
allow that through. But everything fits neat and tidy under their adjustable power tailgate. Power tailgate is not standard at Comfort. So I will refer to, it does have the kick functionality as well. It's, the accessories are on and I don't have the keys in my hand, otherwise I would demonstrate it, and it works flawlessly with that. So we recommend that to a lot of our customers to actually use it. Okay, so we're gonna come around to this side. Actually, I'll go back to that side. So it won't quite be the perfect pattern walk around, but we have a few people here. Now, from a design concept, when we go back to design, symmetry is beautiful. When it comes to the human face, right, or things like that, it's nice to have equal imagery on either side. With a car, when you're looking at it from the side, it's not that easy to do, to make things symmetrical. So what the designers did was they prioritized balance and making sure that even though we have a very robust back end, Quattro blisters that show the muscular stance, by the way, Quattro all-wheel drive standard on all trim levels of this vehicle, the idea is really to say, okay, once again, very big, very pronounced wheel arches, Quattro blisters, let's get a really nice balance so regardless if you're close or further away, you see this car and it is a absolutely identifiable Q3. Now, a very interesting design detail when it comes to the new Q3 is that you'll see a very distinct C-pillar design. So very much branching out, more drastically than in any of our other vehicles. And you say, geez, I wonder where that inspiration came from. The designers of our A-segment brand new Audi Q3 had an Audi Sport Quattro in the design studio the entire time they designed the vehicle. So they used some of our racing heritage and some of those characteristics, as we see with the lines throughout the vehicle, to create this, what we would say, very special, very balanced design. So that was the inspiration for it, actually, was the Audi Sport Quattro. Now, when it comes to the interior and the driver and technology, this vehicle is pretty amazing. So one of the newest and latest and greatest things, and we're really taking a step into the future, is if you want to take a look, guys, come on up a little closer. This has a USB-C port. So the newest USB-Cs are multi-directional. They're 3 amp versus 1 or 2 amps. So you get faster charging. As well, you get, let me shut that off. Oh, sorry, you're videoing it and I'm shutting it off for you. I'll shut this door so it's not beeping. There we go. One of the neat things is that would be available, and I'll be honest, I didn't even know that we were heading towards these new USB cables, so we're really trying to future-proof ourselves with this vehicle and make sure that's available. There is a phone box. You need an iPhone 8 or a newer iPhone 10 or any other product that would actually allow the wireless charging. We do have a competitive advantage with our QI box. It is actually a signal booster for us as well. So there are other manufacturers that do have QI boxes, right, or charging boxes in the vehicle, but none of them act as a signal booster. So for our primary competitors, that's a win for us. At Technic, you get the 3D Bang & Olufsen sound system with speakers mounted in the C-pillar, as well as using 2 speakers in the dash to reflect off the windshield to create a harmonious head level or sound at head level. So that's the idea behind it. You also will get Audi Connect, and there are different levels and different features for that. So that is my all-new Q3 walking around, our all-Q3 walk-around that I always have to do under great pressure when Shahan's in the room. So I hope that suits you. I hope that's good enough for us. But we are really, truly excited about this vehicle, and hope that by the end of today's training session, you guys feel the same way.